Haha, if you've ever watched Lord of the Rings, then you may notice this is Gandalf, and he is stopping the Balrog, which is what we might also refer to irrational function. And he puts up his vertical asymptote, he's like, "You shall not pass!" Ha ha ha! So it goes through a little domain range. Good little clip there for you. Alright, well, let's move on to example 6. And good news, you get to use your graphing utility, also known as a graphing calculator. Okay, so it's the yellow thing you carry around with you. Well, some of you do. Some of you are like, I can't use this. Well, you're going to be using it a lot here in Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 and 3 when we get to it. So if we want to use a graphing utility to find the domain and range of this function, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our calculator, and we're going to type in, go to the y equals, and we're going to say the square root, so second x squared, of 16 minus x squared, and we go outside of that and curve to the right a little bit, and we hit enter, and where's our graph? Oh yeah, gotta hit your graph. Some of you probably haven't used your graph for a while, so you may need to go zoom 6. Go to zoom standard, and you get this graph. Well, it looks like it stops right here, but because of the pixels of this calculator, you know, they're huge dots, this actually continues going down here, and this continues going down here. So if we want to talk about our domain, then what we can say is, well, your domain is from -1, -2, -3, -4, from -4 all the way until you get to a +4. So if we list your domain, and I'm going to put it in interval notation because I like it a lot. There you go, there's -4 to 4. Now for your range, this is going to be a little bit different. These are your y values, so if you go back to your calculator, this, like I said, this actually goes down to your y-axis or your x-axis and is included. So we start at 0 and you go up to 4. So for your range, you would start at 0 and you would go up to 4. Now remember, you have to use the brackets whenever those values are included. If they were not included, so say you have a parabola that goes up and you put infinity, you use parentheses. So similar to like we used back over here, use a parenthesis around infinity because it's not included. It's not an actual number. But if you also have other numbers that are not included, then you would put a parenthesis around it. Otherwise, brackets.